Nope. We are live everywhere now. Good. There we go. Live everywhere. Let's get some Pokemon music on. Pokemon music, Pokemon music. Okay, that's way too loud. Jeez. Okay, we got some people here. Let's see if Carrie's ready to go. Not yet. We'll be starting very soon. Doo-doo. I've got many illustrations. I've got like 20 different illustrations to share today. Once we get to those points in the story. Let's see. Come on, Carrie. Any minute now. We're just waiting on Carrie to get here, and then we'll start reading the story. Almost time. Oop. turn up the music just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. We're about a little bit more than halfway through this part of the story. Hopefully we make a lot of progress today, and we just lost some people. Actually, I don't know if we lost anyone. YouTube's concurrent viewers counter is a piece of garbage. You can never tell if it's really accurate or, you know, it's not accurate. It's just not accurate. Just waiting for my friend to get on, because this is a duo effort. Come on. Oh, here she comes. Hello. Hey, Carrie, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Good. Just making sure you're not... the music isn't louder than you are.
Oh.
Okay, let me share my screen so you'll be able to read it. Okay, Carrie, who's gonna start today?
You can start if you want to.
Okay. Looks like we're halfway through the page. Yeah, whatever. Both Danny and Polly wanted to eat at a fancy restaurant, but all they could afford was a cheap pizza place. Once Danny had made himself sick from getting too many refills of soft drinks, Susan decided to bring an important point to his attention. Danny, when are you going to give your Pokemon nicknames? Oh, we get to the nicknames! Yes! I love this part of the story. Nicknames? Yes, all great trainers give their Pokemon nicknames. Like me, for example. I've never actually thought about it before. Well, think about it. You too, Polly. Polly didn't care too much about nicknaming her Pokemon and just laid back. I don't even know where to start, Danny said, scratching his head. Just think of one of your Pokemon and its qualities, then go from there. Susan answered. Mischievous. Well, it certainly likes its hair. Yes, but it's also a ghost, so think of something ghost-like. Wait, Susan, I got it. Do you remember what Mischievous did in the last battle? You mean the Pain Split? Yes, both Jasmine and Steelix thought they were in the lead, but Pain Split cut both Pokemon's HP in half and cuts Pokemon's HP in half and divvied it up between them. That was a deceiving move. That's it. Deceiving. I'll name Mischievous Deceiver. Should you start or I should keep going?
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
Okay.
Boy, I just checked on Land of the Lustrous, and we are going to have some really long ass chapter and time skips for you.
Good grief.
Great. Now we are getting somewhere. Susan said excitedly. What about Sudowoodo? We want to give a nickname to that weird thing. It looks like a tree, but it's really made out of rock. Hey, that gives me a good idea. I would call it Fake Wood. What a name! Ooh.
Carrie is not a fan.
Nadia is pleased though. Oh, I have an idea for my crocodile. But have you seen the Total Down Hunter? Yeah, I love that show, but that guy on it is completely nut. Susan remarked giggling. That guy is called Steve, in which will be the nickname for the crocodile. Danny and Susan continue nickname, and they named Bellsprout Glitter because of its unnatural golden color. Judah was given the name Tremor because it was a ground type. Quagsire was the only one left without a name because frankly he baffled everyone. You said he bumped their heads on the boat, so why we call it Boat Bumper? So silly, Susan! Danny exclaimed, looking irritated. Are we ever going to leave? Polly shouted, jumping up and putting a look of surprise on everyone's face. Danny never heard of his sister yell like that before. It nearly gave him a juvenile heart attack. Polly looked embarrassed and quietly returned to her seat, drawing. Danny and his arms dropped over the top of his duffel bag when he could feel movement from it. Does he remember the egg Legend had given him? Oh, I bet this egg is ready to hatch. You keeping it warm? Then Polly inquired her brother. Something like a mother hen. Yeah, of course I am. I have it too close to my gym socks so that I warm with my feet. Ew. Susan covered her mouth, looking as if she would be sick. A thought rushed to Danny's mind, and then she saw the current line. We have to hurry before the gym closes. As everyone ran outside, Polly laid the tip on the table. Before he could approach the gym leader, Danny needed to heal all his Pokemon. As he waited to return of them, Danny asked the nurse Joy about the gym here. Oh my! The name of the gym leader here is Chuck. It's a hardcore fighting Pokemon gym. Fighting type, well, I better come prepared with Mischievous and Bellsprout. They are really strong against fighting types. If I were you, I would watch my step. His Pokemon are so powerful they overcome their weaknesses. A chance seamlessly walked out of the healing room, pushing Danny's Pokeballs around the cart. I'll be careful, Nurse Joy. I will come back with a badge too. That doesn't sound good.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
As Danny and the others left the center, Joy shouted more advice to him. Don't play around, get straight to the point before his Pokemon attack. Gee, it sounds like this gym leader is really tough, Danny, Susan said, sounding serious. His fighting Pokemon won't even touch Mr. Viss. I mean Deceiver, Danny corrected himself. As the gym came into eyesight, he became more anxious to learn what challenges he would face. At the entrance, Danny high jump kicked the door open. Oh, damn! and fell flat on his back. Okay. That's about what I would expect. Next time, try to use the doorknob, Susan remarked. Polly helped her brother up, and together they walked into the fighting gym. The floor was very hard, and that's what a floor is like, usually. And on both sides of the wall were made of large boulders crammed together. Danny looked ahead and saw a large muscular man whom he suspected to be Chuck, the gym leader. Hair was scarce on his head, and he had a thick black mustache coming up from his sideburns. He had large biceps, and the only clothing he wore was a pair of shorts. Danny took a deep breath. As he stepped forward to confront him, when a similar dressed young man blocked his path. Are you here to challenge Master Chuck? He questioned Danny. That's right. You must defeat both me and Razuso, my older brother. Wait. You must defeat me, Razuso, and my older brother, Usuzar. That's a really fucking weird names, but okay. Before you can be admitted, we will use one Pokemon each. That's all I need, Danny smirked. Go, Hitmonchan! Hitmonchan had a human shape. It wore shoes on its feet and red boxing gloves on its hands. Or are we sure that it's just hands aren't made of boxing gloves, honestly?
Yeah, I remember there was a Pokemon that has boxing gloves as his hands. It was kind of weird.
Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon. Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon. It punches. Its punches slice the air.
Here's Saitama. Saitama before Saitama, I guess.
Its punches slice the air. They are launched at such high speeds, even a slight graze could cause a burn. Deceiver, do your thing! Ghost Pokemon are good against fighting Pokemon, but that doesn't mean they won't win it. The fuck? Hold on. Ghost Pokemon are good against fighting Pokemon, but that doesn't mean they... Fucking sentence is breaking my brain here. I think what they mean is ghost Pokemon are good against fighting Pokemon. That doesn't mean they'll win in the end. And I'm going to stipulate.
What is going to happen?
Said. Oh, what was this guy's name again? Ugh. Oh, okay, right. I got it. Razuso. Deceiver, Psybeam, Hitmonchan, Thunder Punch. Hitmonchan ducked under the vicious Psybeam and threw its punch into Deceiver, zapping it with charges of electricity. Deceiver didn't seem to care though and headbutted it back. Maybe your fighter does have attacks that hit Deceiver, but their special attacks won't hurt it. What? My brain keeps breaking on this chapter for some reason. Whatever, I'm just going to go on. Alright, Deceiver, now give it a Confusion Ray. I think I've been hit by a Confusion Ray, I gotta be honest. I think I've been hit by the Confusion Ray. Confusion came upon...
I'm also very confused because for some reason I'm planting some planting some mint, and then there's like a plant that I do not recognize start growing on it as well.
Yeah.
We think that it might have been weeds.
Huh.
But it isn't. Apparently it isn't. It's a dwarf pennywort.
Huh.
Pennywort, Japanese hydro. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I butcher all those names.
Huh. Let's see. Confusion
Okay,
came upon.
keep on reading it.
Confusion came upon the fighting Pokemon and began punching its own face. Ow. Ow. It must be pretty confused if it's punching its own face. Finish it off with Psychic! Deceiver sent the baffled Hitmonchan hurtling into the wall head first. Yikes! I kind of feel bad for that Hitmonchan. Jeez.
Yeah, same.
It punches itself in the face and then it gets its face planted to the wall. With his Pokemon's head jammed into the rough wall, Hitmonchan's trainer was forced to have it return. Go ahead, my brother awaits you, Razuso declared, showing Danny the way. Danny attempted to go further, but was stopped in his tracks by Osuzar! What? I'm kind of glad I stopped naming trainers. These are some silly names. Osuzar, who looked similar, but was clearly much older than Razuso. You have defeated my younger brother in battle. Now fight me to earn the right to face Master Chuck. You bet I will, Danny answered, more than ready for him. Okay, your turn, Carrie.
How did that even happen? I don't remember getting things like that. Sorry, I am very, very confused because those plants that I grow are actually not weeds.
Huh.
Meat. I will be here in a second. Hold on. It can be used as medicinal.
Huh.
What the fudge? What the fudge? What? It's the least concern. You can use it in tribes in the world use it to treat fever. They have a wide range of therapeutic. Oh, okay. Hold up, I need to tell my page.
What's up? Yeah. Hey, Gary?
I do not know how to pronounce the bloody name. Is
I didn't know. I didn't know the bloody name of it. Jeez, how do you pronounce? How do you pronounce the thing?
I have no
Well,
idea.
Either of us have no idea what they are, but we are very pleased that it was actually not weeds. Suddenly, I stopped growing more plants.
Well, it's your turn now.
Sorry about that. I got Pcat Lo-Fi. Where is the? Oh, there it is. As before, we shall only use one Pokemon each. I'll be using Hitmonlee. The fighting Pokemon had no head or mouth on its eyes, where in the center of his body, it had long springy legs and yellow band around his waist. Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon. This amazing Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon. This amazing Pokemon has an awesome sense of balance. It can kick in succession from any position. Wait, which one? This doesn't have the boxing gloves, right?
No, it's more about kicking.
Oh, is it the one that before evolution or something? I can't remember because it seemed to have been like.
Hold on. Let me send. Hold on. Give. It's this Pokemon. I sent you a picture.
Okay. Let me take a look. Yeah, I know it's Hitmonlee, but there's another one. You just say Hitmonchan, right? But not really. That's a different one, right?
Yeah.
It does. He looks very uncanny, like Jesus. You see, but you still have lots of energy left, so I choose you. I suppose my brother's elemental plungers weren't enough to finish that little shrivel. To fight a smart, angry deceiver, and her hair stood straight up. Calm down, we will show him that. Foresight! Hitmonlee's eyes shot out red beams of light, making deceiver solid. Now double kick. Then he finally realized what Foresight's effects were, but he was too late to warn his ghost Pokemon. The fierce lightning kicks plummeled Deceiver back and forth, but Deceiver took each blow calmly and smirked at his attacker. I don't get it. If Hitmonlee can hit Deceiver, why isn't it working that good? She pondered. The smart Pokédex were quick to answer her. Although Fawcett allows fighting attacks to affect? Is it affect or effect?
Attacks to, it's supposed to be affect.
Affect goes, they are still rather weak.
Use your best attack on Hitmonlee. Let's finish it with a jump kick. Hitmonlee stepped backwards and rushed forward, leaping into the air with his foot in front. Pass it, the Shadow Ball! Deceiver! Manifesting a glowing orb of blackness, Deceiver pushed it into Hitmonlee's hands and moved out of the way. At that point, Hitmonlee was unable to stop itself and crashed into the wall, making the Shadow Ball explode in radiant purple light. Taking the explosion head-on had significantly weakened Hitmonlee, and it could do was stumble around. Enough of this! Hitmonlee, return! Otsuka looked furiously at Danny, then stepped out of his way. Now Danny made his approach towards Chuck. The gym leader grinned as he saw Danny approach him. Welcome to my gym, young one. I'm Chuck the Cianwood gym leader. This will be your hardest battle yet. He looked to its side and punched a large rock, which broke into small pebbles. Are you impressed? Danny squinted and shook his head. Nah. Chuck looked surprised from Danny's response, then chuckled. Yeah. See? You're quite right. Typo, yes. You're quite right not to be my strength. Doesn't matter here, does it? What are you trying to type in there?
You're quite right. You're quite right not to be. My strength doesn't matter here.
It's my strength to Pokemon that matter. Chuck readied his gym for battle with Danny, and he brought out his referee to get started. Bold trainers will only use 3 Pokemon each, he began. There will be no time limit. This battle is between Chuck, the gym leader, and Danny Dragonson from Cherry Grove City. Ah, that was the place that they say in, huh? The referee signaled the fight to start, and Chuck was the first to choose his Pokemon. Same size as before, had large muscle veins coming out from his arms, and it wore a red belt around his face. Manchoke, the superpower Pokemon, it always goes at its full power. Manchoke, the superpower Pokemon, it always goes at its full power, but it's very tough and durable. But this very tough and durable Pokemon never gets tired.
How can it never get tired? Danny asked in amazement. I'll make it get tired. Deceiver, go get it! Machoke, Foresight! The glowing red spotlight was now coming from Machoke's eyes, touching Deceiver. Now Mega Kick it! Deceiver, time for Confuse Ray! Wouldn't you say? Okay, that sounded funny to say. Struck by blinding rays of light, Machoke is confused and it breaks out, attacking anything around it. Deceiver, Psychic! Deceiver shut its eyes, and both itself and Machoke were surrounded by blue light. The effort to launch the heavy Pokemon drains Deceiver of its strength, and it struggled to keep control. However, its psychic energy was flowing away, and it had no choice but to let the Pokemon fall to the floor. Deceiver, what's wrong? Can't you see, Danny? Susan, asked. You've been using Deceiver in every last battle. It's really tired. Deceiver, you've done good. Now take a rest. Glitter, that big lummox. Glitter. Let that big lummox have it. Machoke, Fire Punch. Its fist covered flame. Wait, what the? I think that's supposed to be the opposite. It's flame. Hold on.
I made a mistake, dude.
What?
It was a weed.
It was a weed.
It's on my thingy. Well, time to take it up then while you're reading.
Hold on. Using its flame-covered fist, Machoke swung punches at the small sprout. Glitter, trip it up with Vine Whip! Vines lashed out from behind Glitter's leaves, and they wrapped around Machoke's legs.
My sister was right. She knows plants, even though just a little bit.
What took place next amazed everyone. Glitter bashed Machoke against the ground several times until it was dazed. Damn, good job, you little bell sprout. Put it out of.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling that he was fighting it like freaking Dracula bashing Alucard's head onto the stone floor, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it out of misery.
Yeah, put it out of its misery. Sleep powder. Even before Glitter's sleep attack reached it, Machoke was dozing.
I think because he bashed him a little bit too hard, and everyone's like, Jesus fucking Christ, how did you even do that?
Machoke is unable to battle. Danny's Bellsprout wins. Machoke returned. Ready to give me that badge yet? Danny inquired, even though he knew the answer. Ha! That was my weakest Pokemon, kid. Now it's time to turn up the heat with Machamp! Machamp was even bigger than Machoke was. Instead of 2 arms, it had 4. Machamp, the evolved form of Machoke. It quickly swings its 4 arms to rock its opponents with ceaseless punches and chops from all angles. Glitter, Stun Spore! Glitter shook off a green powder that floated in Machamp's direction. Machamp, give it applause for the impressive attack! Machamp clapped its 4 hands together so hard they forced out air, which blew the Stun Spore right back into Glitter. That's kind of epic.
我見到啊，咁樣掹咁啦，掹咁啦。
咁你唔使用嗰支嘢整嘅喎，嗰啲根係好似咁樣掹出嚟。呢個啲似呢個都係啦，係咪？
掹緊啦，掹緊啦，掹緊啦，掹。
如果你唔掹咧，會點樣後果？
生得好犀利，同埋爆喺度係咁爆咯。 Eh. Oh, yeah, it was relatively easy to pull them out. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Alright, I fixed my plans.
Ooh, that's good. I shall continue reading.
My father said that the roots are very easy to pull them up, and I don't need to use a letter opener to whip them out.
Huh. If that won't work, then how about a vine whip attack? Glitter, though half paralyzed, Glitter managed to hit Machamp's head with its vines. Machamp, seismic toss! The superpowered Machamp pulled Glitter into its palm by its vine and then threw it to the floor in a jumbled heap. Yikes, poor Bellsprout. Poor Glitter.
Bellsprout was like, oh, god dang it! Oh, let me do it again.
Glitter, that's good enough. Come back now. Then he held his hand up to his chin and thought about his next move cautiously. Then, with the flick of his wrist, he brought Deceiver...
Sorry to interrupt again. I know that we shouldn't be bringing Land of the Luxurious in here, but have you ever thought about if we were playing Arceus, we're going to name Diet or Bot instead?
That's funny.
Diet!
Then, with the flick of his wrist, he brought Deceiver back into the bout. Danny, your Mischievous is too tired. Machamp has much more HP, Susan objected. That's the point. Danny winked back at her. Susan smiled, realizing Danny's plan, and nodded to him. This won't be hard. Machamp, Foresight, Deceiver, do pain split while it's identifying you.
Yeah,
as Machamp's eyes recognized Deceiver, its power was cut and given to Deceiver, completely re-energizing it. Machamp's strength was now dwindling, and it began panting heavily. How can this be? Chuck questioned, tearing out his own hair. Dude doesn't have much hair, just gonna say. Deceiver, Giga Drain! Another leech attack took away Machamp's already low power and made Deceiver even stronger than before. Enough of this! Attack with Cross Chop before you can't attack at all! Bringing its arms back, Machamp flung them forward, trying to crush Deceiver in between them. Huh? Oh, it's your turn.
I have returned. Sorry, I thought it was my turn reading, but it's not. Okay. Is it your turn or my turn?
I think it's your turn. I think we got to a new page.
Okay, let me read it. That's the point. Danny smiled at her, realizing. Susan smiled, realizing Danny's plan, and nodded to him. This won't be hard, Machamp. Right, Deceiver, do pain split while it's identifying you. As Machamp recognized Deceiver's, its power was cut and given to Deceiver, completely re-energizing it. Machamp's strength was now dwindling and stopped panting heavily. How can this be? Chuck asked question, tearing his own hair out. Deceiver, Giga Drain! Used another leech attack took away Machamp's already low power, making Deceiver even stronger than before. Enough of this. Attack with Frost Chop before you can't attack at all. Bringing his arms back, Machamp flung them forward, trying to crush Deceivers in between them. Go under his legs. Although it looks like Deceiver was trapped, Machamp's legs were so long, there was enough space for to go through them. Without something to stop itself, Machamp's arms swung around and split its size. The superpowered Pokemon was severely injured itself and was now roaring on the floor in pain. It was clear to the ref that Chuck's Pokemon was in no condition to fight. Yeah, you might want to take him to Nest Joy because it looks kind of icky.
Basically, without anything to stop its attack, it kind of sprained, it kind of messed up its muscles. It's like, wah!
Machamp can battle no longer, so Mischievous wins the match. Machamp, this battle is not over, but your place in it is returned now. Deceiver, that was awesome. Now you are fully powered. You got a typo there. Now you are fully powered up. And ready to continue the battle? Clever youth, but now you must defeat my strongest Pokemon. Strongest? Danny exclaimed. Chuck's previous statement had taken him by surprise. He didn't believe any fighting Pokemon could be stronger than Machamp. Go! Hey, Pokemon! Chuck commanded. His last remaining Pokemon looked nothing like the previous ones he had used. This one was blue and white gloves, cuffing his hands, and a big black swirl cup on its stomach. Oh, he's not a fighting type, but he's just a Froggy. I cannot do Big the Cat's Froggy.
Froggy!
Froggy, a Poliwrath, a Wrath, the tadpole Pokemon. This strong and skilled swimmer is even capable of crossing the Pacific Ocean just by kicking. Once evolved from Poliwrath, it exhibits more fighting type qualities. Deceiver is a water type. Use your thunder attack on it. A huge, powerful lightning bolt rushed out from Deceiver and overtook Poliwrath. For some strange reason, it didn't even phase it. It didn't flinch. Both Danny and Deceiver stood shocked in amazement. Oh no, that Poliwrath must be a much higher level than Deceiver, Poly realized. Poliwrath, mind reader! Poliwrath closed his eyes and entered Deceiver's mind and learned its next moves. Deceiver is also a fighting type, so attack his weakness with Psychic. Actual palm. A small hole opened up in the center of... How does it even work? On a swirl.
Oh, yeah, it shot out a high-pressured water attack which forced Deceiver deep into the ground. Just one attack and the little ghost had been taken out of the match. Its hair soaked and its spirit broken, tears rolled down Deceiver's face. It felt that it had failed Danny. It's all right, Deceiver. You're great. You battled right to the end. I'm glad that you're my Pokemon. Now take a long rest. Danny's comforted words had lifted the fallen ghost spirit and it retired to its Pokeball. We have a picture. Our first picture of the day, which is this one. Do you see it, Carrie?
What? Hold on, let me take a look. Oh, she's crying.
It's like, I'm sorry. Oh, it's like, aw.
It's like, no, dude, you're fine. You're doing fine.
What can Danny use now? Talon pondered. We'll see soon, replied Susan. Now it's just one-on-one, Chuck declared. I know, Danny answered. Only one Pokemon will do. Go now! Danny's Croconaw, Steve, took its place on the battlefield. This won't be hard at all. Poliwrath, Dynamic Punch! Glaring lights expanded around Poliwrath's fist as if it was ready to explode. Steve! Mudslap! Moistening a pile of dirt with its water gun attack, Steve tossed a mud ball into Poliwrath's eyes. That will blind it. Don't be so sure. Poliwrath, Mind Reader! Danny had to make a plan fast to put a stop to Chuck's strategy. Now, Poliwrath, Dynamic Punch! Steve, bite it! As fast as Steve opened its jaws, they were forced back together by a Dynamic Punch uppercut, which sent it flying up to the gym's roof. Luckily, since its eyes were forced to look up, it was able to push against the top and land on its... Wait, what? It was able to push against the top and land on its feet? I guess it, like, rebalanced itself by touching the ceiling? I don't know. I'm a little confused by that.
Are you okay?
Oh
yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess your turn.
By the way, some guy was doing some size comparison and look at the size of this porcupine versus a lion on our chat. Wait. What the heck?
Huh. Let me see.
That's a big one.
It's
a big boy.
One.
Yeah, that thing does look like an Eva. However, the powerful blow had taken its toll, and Steve was in bad shape. Steve, forfeit if you can't fight anymore. Steve's eyes stretched wide open. it was aware of how important this present battle was to Danny. No, actually, Danny came out wrong. He should be like, it's okay if you can't do it because you're in so much pain.
Yeah.
They came a bit wrong, Danny.
Yeah.
He also knew that it was his last remaining Pokemon. Touched by Danny's kind offer, he turned to his foe and let out such a loud cry it shook the whole gym. Yeah, crocodiles do scream, but very rarely.
Yeah.
Really rarely. Then it began changing its shape and enlarging until it became bigger than anyone there. It's very similar to crocodile, but it is more powerful. Feraligator, the evil form of crocodile, when it bites with its massive and powerful jaws, it shakes its head and savagely tears its victim up.
Jeez, Pokemon! That's brutal.
So now the odds are even. Danny proudly announced, Poliwrath, Mind Reader, Steve, the Poliwrath for Deceiver, Slash Attack. Yeah, I was thinking Deceiver in her Pokeball be like, yeah, win! Use the chair!
Use the chair!
Use the chair! Poliwrath was concentrating learning about Steve's future moves, and his stomach was sufficiently slashed up, disturbing his concentration. Dynamic Punch! Poliwrath launched another Dynamic Punch at Steve, but this time his fist was caught by Steve's bigger and stronger claws. Sit away! Steve! Steel grabbed onto Poliwrath's hand. Steve threw it against a pile of rocks, which collapsed and fell upon it. Then he shouted, "This is not happening!"
Wait, we got another picture. Let's see. Boo. And the picture is this one.
Oh, he does look very. This one looks very nice. This is not happening, Chuck denied. After Chuck had finished denying the battle that the battle took place, he presented Dennis with his storm badge that was made into look like a black fist.
This is my 7th badge. I only need... Let me just minimize this real quick. Okay, Volse is rated... Whoa, we just got rated by Volse. Hey, everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. We're just reading my old Pokemon fan fiction. I just showed off this picture here.
This guy is freaking hyperactive.
Feraligator, nicknamed Steve for Steve Irwin. Tossing Poliwrath over here. Let's see here. Let's see. So it's my turn, I believe.
Yep.
This is my 7th badge. I only need one more now. Danny smiled, dropping the badge into his front pocket. You better find a better place for that badge, man. Get a damn case. Danny, you are a worthy opponent, and someday I would like to have a rematch, Chuck said, returning to his gym. Don't wait for a response or anything. We're almost done. We're almost done. Polly laughed. Only one more badge to get, Susan added. Come on, everyone. We'll think more clearly while we're at a nice and comfortable Pokemon Center, Talon yawned. Oh, come on, everyone. We'll think more clearly when we're at a nice and comfortable Pokemon Center. Chapter, I don't know. For some reason, I stopped numbering these. Polly's responsibility. Rill burst through the computer room door to learn more about the trainers he had fought. Well, he demanded from the rocket grunt. Well, sir, it seems Daniel Jr. and Polly Dragonson are the children of Daniel Dragonson. So my recollection was... Wait, hold on, what's this? So my recollection, I'm sorry, reading this wrong. So to my recollection... Cannot read. So, to my recollection, I was told by an executive that Daniel Dragonson and his friend... Hold on, we got music. Music disappeared. Music stopped. Get back in here, music. What the hell? Hold on, just start it from the beginning, I guess. There we go. There we go. Music is back. Thank goodness. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, my recollection. I really don't want to say recollection today. I was told by an executive that Daniel Dragonson and his friends basically made the first Team Rocket collapse. He foiled all of Giovanni's attempts. Rill took a minute to think about what he had just heard, and then a long-forgotten memory popped in. Yes, I remember now. Remember what, sir? It is of no importance to you. Now I want you to locate them. Who? Daniel's son and daughter! Who else? I want to speak to them in person. Yes, sir. Danny and his friends were not in for good news at the Pokemon Center. They discovered that getting to the final gym would be the hardest task of all. First, they would need to cross over the sea to get back to Olivine City. Then, they would have to backtrack miles and then go several miles more just to get to the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave would take hours to get through, but it was the only way to get to the next gym. Yeah, I gotta say, Blackthorn City was not that easy to get to. Well, we'll have to get up very early to make this trip, Polly pointed out. So, it'd be wise to go to bed right now.
Okay, hold on, let me just go and set this up. Okay, how should never mind, I can type this after I read the page, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, tomorrow we will head for the Blackhorn City, Danny exclaimed. He was greatly excited about getting his 8th and final Johto badge. After a small snack, our heroes crawled onto the Pokemon Center beds and went to sleep. But someone had been listening to their travel plans just outside the center walls. It was bloody Eric!
Fucking Eric, man!
He had been spying on them, trying to find information. Yes, Team Rocket will like this info and maybe they will make me one of them. Dude, you have some really bad issues you need to work out.
Seriously.
So we crept away into the night to locate the rockets. It took them until morning to find some who were camping about. The eldest and highest ranking asked Eric why he had intruded on them. I have some info you might want to know. What do you want in return? The place in Team Rocket. Is it a place on Team Rocket or place in Team Rocket?
Place on Team Rocket. Or place
okay,
in Team...
seems fair. Alright, but this information better be important. Oh, it's this. Polly awoke in the morning to a most miraculous sight. Her brother was wide awake, had already packed everything. Everything should be stick together, and had also taken a shower. Sunshine says it's time to travel to Blackhorn City. Polly knows she told everyone to get up early, but she didn't ever think her brother could do it. She was still tired, and for a moment she went back to sleep. Polly still haven't eaten breakfast. Oh, alright. At the breakfast table, Danny brought up the conversation that wasn't good. You haven't been training your Pokemon enough. Although she couldn't admit it, Polly hasn't received enough sleep, and her attitude was irrational. What do you mean? Yeah, I've been doing all battles, and anything you said, you haven't tried for any badges. I don't want to become a master. I want to be an artist. Then why did you come with me? How short is your memory span? I came here because Mom and Dad said that you couldn't go without me. But you didn't have to come. Or maybe I want you to be happy. Polly finally comes to her senses and covered her mouth with the palm of her hand. Excuse me. She felt greatly embarrassed and ran away from the table. Both Danny, Susan, and Talon gave Danny angry looks. What did I do? Danny felt overwhelmed by her life. She needed to talk to someone, so she went down to the back of the Pokemon Center, where no one could see her. You got a typo there.
Where no one...
No, where no one.
Oh, right. There we go.
See her and brought her Lapras. Right from the start, Lapras could tell her trainer was saddened. What's up, Polly? Lapras asked in a deep and comforting... No, what's up, Polly? Lapras asked in a deep and comforting tone.
Okay. What's up? I'm Lapras. Danny says I'm not doing my part, and I think he's right. I don't let you out as often as you should be. That's not true. I enjoy every second I'm with you. So do all your other Pokemon. Really? Of course. And besides, Danny doesn't know what you do at night. I can't tell him. Why not? I just can't. It's getting late now. You better go into your Pokeball. Alright. Polly took Lapras and returned to where the others were. Danny looked different, as if he was ashamed. Polly, I'm sorry for what I said, Danny apologized, forcing the words out of his mouth.
He doesn't sound very sincere from that. But then again, he's a little brat.
Yeah, that's alright, Danny. I haven't been taking many battles, but right now, I want to call Aunt Emily. Why her? There's a Pokemon I need from her. Since the visual phone was near to her, Polly dialed up her aunt. Alicia, is that you? Yes, it's me, alright. I want to transfer my Ponyta and get my Giraffe Egg. Alright, just put your ball in the transfer machine and I'll go get Giraffe Egg. Alicia left the room and then came back, pushing Giraffe Egg along and putting it in its Pokeball. Okay, hold on, we have a new picture. New picture is right here. There you go. So, what do you think?
Why is she looking so tiny? She looks very tiny.
She's actually younger than Danny is.
Okay.
Let's see.
Soon the transfer was complete and the Pokemon have been exchanged. Take good care of my Ponyta, Alicia. I will. Goodbye, Polly. And almost done, the Pokemon Center, everyone left and went down the dock. I won't let you use my Lapras to get across, Danny! Polly protests. To get to the Olivine City, ever heard of a boat? They cost money, Polly. We have enough to get on one. I've already checked. In fact, there's one over there that we can afford. Good. Take it then. Yeah, they are, teenagers and kids are being one of the most annoying types of things you can ever get. It is annoying.
Yeah.
Stupid Danny, I can do without battle as good as I can do, you silly guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you silly man, silly man.
Oh, there you go.
Are you alright? Alright,
Okay. Okay, Carrie, you can continue now.
good, let's take that one then. Susan said, hoping to end the quarreling then and there. The boat that Polly saw wasn't that so good looking, but at least it got them to Orifine City. That's the last time I'll take that boat, Danny declared. Ooh, yeah, that seaweed scampi was nasty. But at the talent. Why are you complaining? It only cost $4. Whoa, that was actually pretty affordable. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I need to go check my the fairy prices that I got. Oh, they're like 2. Price, timetable, press, peer location. How far is it going to travel? Well, I can go look on this one. Price for it is about scenery. Where is the money? Well, I cannot find the ticketing. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, let's take a look. Whoa, that's pretty good. If it's just across the harbor, it's 50 cents to 9 cents. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
About 1.5 US dollars for adults for going across going from another here to across the harbor. I cannot read. One of the routes is going from city center to one of the islands, and it's about $6 US. That's a bit okay. That's not too bad. That's okay. And there's one that is about $5 US. Not bad. And we're just going to cost about $6 US or during weekends because it's weekends. There's one if you are going across the border, in which it will cost a little bit significantly more. It's about like $20 US to about $40 US because you have to do customs and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is it affordable in your own turn or something?
I think so.
Right, back to the thing.
Okay.
It wasn't even worth 4 pennies. So it's Danny remarked, "Just get off this dumb city." Why do I feel like Polly just did that just to spite her brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get out of this dumb city. Yeah, let's just get out of this dumb city. Our hero slept Oliver and Danny began coughing. It got worse and Polly became concerned. "You alright?" Danny turned up to her and answered with a rough and slow voice. "Yeah, I'm okay." That wasn't good enough response for Polly, and she kept an eye on her younger brother. As they moved on, the sun began coming down hard on everyone. Danny kept looking worse and worse as they walked on a trail, a small forest. Polly noticed a small shadow hovering over them. As she looked up, a chubby green Pokemon flapping with its ears and flying. "What's that thing?" Equally curious, Danny aimed the Pokédex at the strange flying Pokemon. Skiploom, the evil form of Hoppip, it sweeps its petals to absorb sunlight. It can also float in the air to get closer to the sun. "Danny, one of us should catch it. You go ahead." Danny replied, touching his forehead. "Hey, Crossbow. Crossbow. From being caught in a friend ball, Cross was very attached to Polly. Look, Polly, a Skiploom. He just opened his wings and zoomed into the sky. It swung down its horn, but the attack was too slow. Skiploom dodged the move gracefully, but the attack was too slow. Is it?
Okay, we got a picture here. Whoa, what? That's not what I said to do. Hold on, give me a second. Picture is this.
Oh, that's a cutie.
Heracross is really trying to go for that Skiploom, but it is just out of its reach.
You think that he is going to be like, what?
Alright, I guess I will continue on now.
Yeah, you can do it.
Skiploom.
Oh, no. He's a very cute little guy. It evolves from one cute little guy to another cute little guy, and then he evolves into a cute little guy.
Skiploom dodged the move gracefully around. Dodged the move gracefully around? What? Oh, wait. Hold on. Stitchin dodged the move. It got... Fucking... I'm just gonna get rid of around, because that doesn't really fit. Dodge the move gracefully. Heracross, try Horn Attack again! Each and every time Heracross attacked the flying Pokemon, it would speed away as fast as a jet. That's a bit of an exaggeration, I think, but okay. It's fast at... Whatever, I'll just leave it as a jet, whatever. It's just too fast for Heracross to touch, Talon pointed out. Danny, what do I do? Polly inquired, turning to her brother for help. Danny was beginning to turn pale and began breathing heavily. Use Smeargle, he answered, barely being hearable. Polly let Smeargle out of its Pokeball and asked Danny for more information. Use Lock On, Smeargle, lock on! A target suddenly came from Smeargle, and it locked onto Skiploom. Zap cannon! Alright, Smeargle, zap cannon! Jesus, Polly, make some of your own decisions, come on. In front of Smeargle, a large sphere of lightning appeared, and with a hit from its tail, Smeargle sent the lightning right into Skiploom, sending it out of control and zooming straight towards the ground. When it crashed into a bush, sparks were still flying from it. As everyone went to investigate, they found that Skiploom had been shocked into unconsciousness. Well, Polly, go ahead and catch it, Susan said. Polly took out a Pokeball, but before she could use it, Skiploom woke up and started limping away. What? Why can it keep trying to run away? Polly questioned. The fastball, Danny reminded. Those words gave Polly all the information she needed. She grabbed the fastball Kurt had given her. Before it could get a proper lift, Skiploom was touched by the ball and taken in. Smeargle! We caught a Skiploom! Polly...
The little guy probably was like, I just need to get away from here. Let me go to the...
Yeah! Polly's spinning around. Smeargle was too busy painting a picture on a nearby tree.
He was like, what the hell? What did I even miss?
Smeargle's like painting on a tree. Its painting looks similar to Polly, but much uglier and two-dimensional. Okay, I should have drawn that! That would have been a really funny picture! No, I regret not drawing that.
You can draw that after we finish today.
That's a really funny picture idea. Anyway, Smeargle return, she said in a monotone voice, disgusted. Maybe I should read another page because that had that picture on it?
Yeah, you can do it. I need to go brush my teeth too, very quickly.
Okay. Are you still going to be listening then? Guess I'll wait for her to be back. Ooh, got a new subscriber. Nice.
You want me to read, or you can read it because there's a picture.
I just wanted you to be here.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Okay, let's see. Danny slowly climbed onto his bike and trudged ahead. Polly, Danny looks ill, Susan pointed out. I know. Then why didn't you do something about it? He won't admit it. What does that have to do with anything? Kelly questioned. I won't force my brother to do something. Okay, so what I think is happening here is I think Polly's trying to get, in a way, it's kind of dumb, but we'll get into this later. She's trying to teach Danny to not, like, if he's, like, ill or if he's sick or something, he should ask for help and not be stubborn about it. I think that's what Polly's trying to do, but that's just what I'm just trying to explain it to you. Anyway, that's why she's like, I won't force my brother to do something. Well, we better catch up with them then. As our heroes... I'm glad I don't write as our heroes anymore. Whatever. As our heroes continued to follow Danny, they came back to Ecruteak City, where they had seen many legendary Pokemon do battle. Danny, I want to get my Skiploom now at the Pokemon Center, Polly said, seeing that they were close to one anyway. My family lives here. Would it be alright if I went to see them? Susan requested. Danny was so tired, and all he could do was say in response, "Go ahead." Spying on them through binoculars from a skyscraper dang, they're really high up, were rockets being led by Eric. Yes, I told you they would come here. It's the only way to Blackthorn City. I didn't doubt you for a second, the executive replied. Oh, let me fix that. The executive replied, We'll go outside the city and ambush them there. Well, Eric remarked slyly. Danny looks like he has some sickness. Great, this will be easier than I thought. Man, Eric, you're a dude, you're a dirtbag.
He is a dick.
Polly was talking on the Pokemon Center phone again, but this time to her Uncle George. She needed to be alone, so she told Danny and Talon to stand outside. That does need a quote there. Skiploom looked really bad when it came to us. What on earth did you do to it? Zap Cannon? Well, that explains it. Now, Polly, you know you have to send me one of your Pokemon to get it, right? Yes, I'm going to send you Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff? Susan exclaimed from behind Polly. Exactly when did Igglybuff evolve, Polly? Polly paid no attention to her and began transfer. Soon Skiploom was in her hands. Okay, thanks, Uncle. I have to go now. Goodbye. Hey, Polly, wait! Polly hung up the phone before her uncle could finish. She then turned to Susan. Explain, when did Igglybuff evolve? Last night, when everyone was asleep. Uh-huh, and how did it do so without experience and in its Pokeball? I've been training my Pokemon at night when everyone is asleep. But why? Okay. Oh, you want me to continue reading while you're doing that? I'll continue reading, I guess. Because Danny distracts me. My Pokemon are a lot stronger than he knows. Oh, that's why he upset you this morning. That's right. Now let me ask you a question. How did you get back?
Because Susan, you are being annoying. And Danny too.
It's like Polly's Polly's like, I'm done with your bullshit.
Because Danny distracts me. The Pokemon are a lot stronger than he knows. Oh, that's why he upset you this morning. Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. How did you get back from the dance hall so fast? They weren't there. I guess they were out shopping or something. Well, now that I've got Skiploom, I'm ready to move on.
I wonder if she's going to name her little guy something. He's a cute little guy. Oh, for bloody hell.
I need to go grab a cup of water.
Okay.
Also, I told my friend who is into Pokemon, and I was like, I said to her, my friend's fanfic got this little guy's previous form. He's cute, and I showed her the picture of Jumpluff, and she is like, yeah, the whole line is very cute. It's so cute. It's so freaking cute. Okay, I need to go grab a glass of water. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Alright, sorry about that. My hiccup is killing me. Ugh.
He's a cute little guy. Alright, let's do this.
Outside, Talon and Danny were patiently waiting. Danny, you don't look well. I'm okay. Talon, no, you're not. Why are you pretending? You are totally worried. I'm just fine. Then Susan and Polly came out of the Pokemon Center. We're done. Polly announced. Danny looked a little aggressive to her, so she decided to not ask him anything. Let's go. Danny grumbled, turning his back on them. Now Polly was even more worried. Danny's emotion seems to be affected by his illness. Affected? I think that you want to change that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was now clear to everyone Danny was too stubborn to admit that he was sick. As they walked outside of the critique, they began making plans on how to help Danny. Polly, he's getting worse. He can barely pedal his bike at all. Susan pointed out, I mean, for crying out loud, we are walking faster than he's riding. We have to do something. All the pressure was being put on Polly, and she was about to speak up when a houndor raced out of a bush and knocked Danny off his bike in the dirt. Hello, Danny Dragonson, remember me? Danny questioned, coming out of his bank of rockets. Why don't you ever just give up? You have beaten me and Team Rocket before, but tried to beat us all at once. Guys, ready your Pokemon. Danny commanded. Susan and Polly grabbed their Pokemon and Talon took up his sword. It's a cool sword, man, but unfortunately it's made out of metal. A Magneton, which was made out of free Magnemite, came from behind Eric, and Talon's sword flew off his hand and onto Menace, as did everyone's Pokeballs. You were coming with us, the Rockets declared. As our heroes were cornered, a voice echoed deep around them, all around them. How do you stop a magnet? Then a familiar figure rushed in to lend them a hand. AR had once again come to aid Danny. This time he had a horseshoe magnet with him that a switch indicating how much power to use. With a more powerful electromagnet, of course. In a flash, he pushed the switch and all the taken metal objects were brought back. Oh, really? Magneton, turn up the power. Do you want this stuff back? Take it! Reversing pose. AR hit the button on the other side of the magnet and threw it at Magneton. As the magnet got to only an inch away from the magnet Pokemon, was pushed too far away, no longer visible. Ooh, dang. Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, now everyone had retrieved their stolen objects from AR's magnet, and we're ready to fight. Everything, yeah, and we're ready to fight, to battle. Danny, now it's up to you. Freaking AR tuxedo mask over here. AR, wait! Danny,
why is he keeping jumping around like that?
Danny pleaded in vain. As he had done in the past, AR left them to themselves and the Rockets. What a dick! Fucking worthless AR! Let's get them. Steve, I choose you. Skiploom, go! Chungala, fine whip those Rockets. I don't know what attacks Skiploom can use. Probably realize. Pokedex, list Skiploom's attacks. Skiploom attacks. Stun Spore, Mega Drain, Sleep Powder, Leech Seed. There's lots of more attacks, but sure, we'll go with those 4. Skiploom, Stun Spore attack! Not only did Skiploom release a Stun Spore cloud, but it also blew it right into the Rockets by fanning its own ears. I'm gonna say it's petals, because I think that makes more sense, because it's keeping itself afloat with its ears, with its own large flower petals. There we go. Fixed. Jungala, now it's your turn. Dozens of vines lashed out from Jungala and whipped the Rockets. Ow! Start fighting! Eric cried, falling over with the rest of them, being paralyzed. The Rockets fought back with their Poison Rock and normal Pokemon. Onix, Raticate, and various other Pokemon attacked. Okay, Skiploom, Mega Drain that Onix! Attaching its head to the rocky snake, Skiploom sucked every bit of energy from it. Knowing he was the last hope for the Rockets, Eric struggled, but the Stun Spore had made him incapable of moving. It became clear that Danny and the others had the advantage, and Rockets began fleeing until Rills Alakazam came into the scene. With a turn of its spoons, all the rockets, including Eric, vanished. Skiploom, we won! Skiploom! Chirped the plump green flyer. Danny, we... Polly gasps, on the ground before her later brother, senseless. Danny! She rushed over to him and put her hand on his forehead. He's burning up, sweating heavily. Wait, he was burning up. She's not saying that. He was burning up, sweating heavily, and it was red as blood. Oh, damn, that's really red. He has a high fever. You could just tell that by putting your hand. Well, I guess you could tell that by putting your hand on someone's forehead. We have to get him to the hospital, Susan exclaimed. Talon went over to Danny and put him in his arms. I'll carry him. Now, where's the closest hospital? It's in Mahogany Town, Polly answered. Ride on Danny's bike and follow me, Talon ordered. Okay, and we got a picture. There's no bike in it, because I didn't feel like drawing a bike, but pretend there's a bike here.
Oh geez, Talon looks really neat. It was like, I was wondering how Susan is going to run in that.
I was wondering how I was going to draw Susan running in that. I don't know if I did really a good job, but I tried.
I feel like we have seen enough horny stuff and also lots of anime that they can run in kimono. But we are like, are you sure you can run in this thing? Because I don't think so.
I think it still looks rather awkward, but I tried.
I mean, I can help fix some of the things, but you are making her wearing a really tight kimono. So yeah, that's a bit hard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
she is going to walk very quickly.
Should I?
Very quickly walking.
Should I? Very quick walking. Should I continue reading because there's a picture, or should you take over?
Wait, who has ombre on, by the way?
Hold on. Talon raced through the forest when he came to the wide river. Once Polly and... Hold on, I think I might have done something wrong. Hold on, let me fix this.
Yeah, you did. You accidentally deleted something.
Talon raced through the forest. Once Polly and Susan had caught up. Okay, I'm gonna try to... Okay.
Yeah, just put it right here.
Oh, come on, pitcher. Come on, pitcher. Okay, come on, pitcher. Get... What is going on?
You might have to copy it again.
I'm going to copy and paste it. Boom! Bam! Ha-ha! Hold on. Race through the forest and came to a wide river.
Oh, actually, I can do it.
Okay. I think I fixed it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay. Here you go.
Once Polly and Susan caught up to him or to his, I think. They roll Lapras across. Although Mahogany Seed Town was just 3 miles away, Talon had grown too wary to carry Danny. You shouldn't be. I think that is it to carry without the capital.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be. Yeah, there we go.
Carry Danny, carry blood. Say it 10 times loud. Anymore, and he lowered him to the floor. You're too tired to carry Danny further. Polly pointed out. No, I have to. Polly tried to think of a plan, and one came to her. First time ever, she brought out Geoffrey and had Talon to load Danny onto his back. Geoffrey carried Danny to Mahogany Town. Both Geoffrey's heads cried out and ran ahead with Danny. In Mahogany Town, one of the many doctors was taking her lunch break. She was in her late 20s, wore a white coat, and under it was a black dress. What's the point of mentioning that? On her face was a pair of glasses, and her hair was blonde, long and curly. Ooh. And she was sitting all alone in the lunchroom when a small black four-legged Pokemon walked up to her and growled. Oh, hello. Umbreon, would you like some of my sandwich? Umbreon begged and she gave her a thin slice of turkey to eat. A woman's voice came over the intercom and saying, Dr. Madison, report to emergency hall right now. Well, Umbreon, duty calls. Waiting her in the emergency hall were our heroes. Then had been put onto a stretcher and was rolled away to another room when she came in. They could tell she was a doctor and began asking if Zanny could get well. Just call your parents, tell them what's going on, and wait. I will tell you as soon as I know anything. Polly used the nearest official telephone. She answered the phone and could tell Polly's face that something was terribly wrong.
Okay.
Do you want to do it or me do it?
Oh, I'll do it. Let's
Okay.
see. Polly, what's happening? Danny has a fever, Mom. What? Danny, where are you? At the hospital in Mahogany Town. Don't panic, dear. Just do whatever the doctor says. A nurse came over to Polly and tapped her on the shoulder. Excuse me, miss. We need you to...
I have a question. Did
Yeah.
you get sick like that, like as a kid, and then your brother had to get you to the hospital?
I don't recall ever... I mean, if it happened like a long time ago when I was like a little baby or something, or like a little kid, and I have no memory of it.
I think I barely remember that I got really sick during one Christmas, and I have to spend Christmas and New Year's Eve in the hospital.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I did have to go to our doctor one time when I had like a really bad fever, but yeah, I never actually had to be hospitalized for anything like that. Let's see. To do whatever the doctor says, blah, blah, blah. A nurse came to Polly, and for some reason I can't highlight anything. Whatever. A nurse came over to Polly and tapped on her shoulder. Excuse me, miss, we need you to sign out these forms. All right. Back in the hospital room, Dr. Madison was running alongside her patient when she had the strangest feeling that she had seen him before. He looks so familiar, like I've met him before, but that isn't possible, is it? After her mother had helped her fill out the papers, Polly handed them back to the nurse. As they went to Dr. Madison and she saw Danny's first and last name, she realized why he looks familiar. This is Dan's son. What a coincidence.
Wait, have we met this doctor before? I don't remember because it seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's gonna go into that. They rushed Danny into the treatment room, letting the doors shut behind them. Polly told her mother that she would call her as soon as something happened. She was now moping at one of the windows, looking out of the town. Hold on. I think this is a new sentence. It wasn't long before Talon joined her. This is all my fault, she blamed. Whatever. Before Talon could say anything, Polly continued. I shouldn't have let him go on pretending. Polly was ready to cry, but her sadness turned to fear when she saw a terrifying sight. Approaching the hospital was an army of rockets being led by Rill. Oh no! Susan also saw them, and she joined Polly. What do we do? We have to fight them, Polly answered. As Danny's determined sister got ready to attack the band of rockets, she saw that... That's not the end of a sentence. She saw that Danny's duffel bag was moving around, and she unzipped it. The egg was starting to crack, and ship pieces were beginning to fly out. Great. Just great. Just great. What a time for the egg to hatch. What are we going to do with it? Susan inquired. Polly took the hatching egg by the bottom and handed it to Susan. You take care of it until I come back. But what if you need my help? She said with concern. I'll be all right. Talon, will you help me? I will.
Oh, dang, two of them looking badass are doing so, yeah?
Yeah, this young swordsman answered. While the two of them went out to fight away the rockets, Susan watched as a small dragon pushed its way out of the egg. Polly and Talon met Rill behind the hospital, where there was a long grassy plain. He motioned his rockets to stop their march ahead. Polly Dragonson, I was expecting your brother to be out here leading you. Talon could foresee what was coming and extracted his sword from its sheath. Let's see. Hold on. He's very ill. She replied. He's very ill. She replied in a harsh tone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I must speak with him. Will began, walking to the hospital once again. No visitors! Polly declared, snatching a Pokeball out of her blue bag. Okay, Carrie, your turn.
Oh, come now. You have seen what I can do back at a critique, remember? But this time, the legendary Mutts and Ho-Oh aren't here to protect you. I don't need security dogs to defend against you. Defense, no. Defeat, yes. Polly had given Ryu enough warnings. It was time to attack. Girafarik, I need your help. The giraffe Pokemon's eyes blazed with light and Ryu could feel him being pushed back. Oh, so that's how you want to play. Well, it's fine. In retaliation, Ryu sent back a more powerful psychic attack at Girafarik, pushing it down to the side. Don't bother getting up, you will only be pushed down again. Dratini was slipping out, its tail sliding down the egg. It's a real Dratini! Whoa! Susan exclaimed, astonished. Dr. Madison walked in front of the hospital, saw Susan and the Dratini. She decided to ask her straightforward. Are you Polly Dragonson? No, she's outside and is in big trouble. Why? An evil psychic boy named Ryu is trying to get in here, and she's trying to keep him at bay. Okay.
Yep.
The doctor said to herself, "Yes, I don't know what I can do to help her. I can do something though." Now Girafarik's backhand head was attacked. Ryu was attacking Ryu, but its attempt also failed, and Ryu tossed it aside. Come now, Polly. I was expecting more from the daughter of Daniel Dragonson. Polly gasped. How did he know about her father and what did he want with him? I knew all about your family. You have a mother named Cassie and an infant brother named Cal. Although she knew she had no chance of stopping him, Polly decided to release all her Pokemon. Lapras, I really need your help now, she said. I got you! Lapras, I have been after you for a long time. Just give up now and come with me. Leave now! Lapras exclaimed. Skip Bloom, Stun Spore. Prior as it might, the Skip Bloom was being disabled by Ryu and it cannot move. Ice Beam, one by one Polly's Pokemon were being disabled and making Lapras helpless. Talon saw his chance and charged ahead with his sword raised in the air, but he was too disabled. Haven't you ever heard who lives by the sword and dies by the sword? Yikes. No, haven't you ever heard who lives by the sword dies by the sword? Ryu asked. Being disabled, Talon was unable to answer. No. Well, allow me to demonstrate. Talon's sword was slowly left his hand and flowed down to in front of his chest. No! Polly screamed, terrified. Ryu was ready to plunge the blade through Talon when a dark flash forced the sword away.
Picture. Let's see. Here it is. Ugh. All right, copy and paste. Jeez. I said paste.
Paste.
Ugh. What is going on? Okay, save. Bad location. What the fuck?
Oh no!
What happened?
Did it crash?
It just crashed. What do you mean bad allocation? Open up again, you piece of garbage. I need you to fucking this one. Recovery in progress. Recovery in progress. Recovering project progress. Recovery in progress. Next. Okay. There we go. It's back open, I think. Fine. Okay. Oh, I can highlight things again. Oh, thank God. Oh. Let's see. Beat me. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Now I gotta find my place again. Great. But first we gotta get the dang. Okay, hold on. It's seeing it. Good. OBS is seeing it. Good, good, good. Okay, get the dang word processor over here. I think I gotta share it with Carrie again. Great. Ugh. Fun. Okay. Boop. Okay, Carrie, let me just share this with you. Again. There we go. And we're back. But I have no idea where I left off. Okay, I see. Hold on, let me scroll down. We could save, I guess. Jeez. Okay, let's scroll down. Oh, what's happening? Probably deliver mother, blah, blah, blah. Scroll down. Dude. Okay, here we go. Sudden event. Slash force the sword. Okay, right about here. Now let's see if it lets me actually put the dang picture where I wanted to put it before. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, Carrie, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, that's the picture.
That is a nasty. Yeah. I feel like Polly should be even more scared. She could be going forward, like she could lean forward and be reaching out with two hands. She was like, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, we'll talk about post drawing later.
Yeah. Sudden event, pro quills, concentration. Okay, is it who's gonna read this page?
You can read it. Do you want to?
Okay. The sudden event broke Rill's concentration, releasing Talon and all of Polly's Pokemon from his powers. An Umbreon had entered the battles. Oh, we're about to go into another picture anyway. If we had one picture, we're already going into another picture.
We've got so many pictures.
An Umbreon had entered the battle zone. That is enough. Dr. Madison joined Umbreon and looked upon Rill with disgust. Leave this place of healing at once, or we will make you leave. How dare you? Don't you realize my power? I will destroy you. Rill...
He's a brat.
Yeah, he is a brat. Okay. I wrote a lot of brats in this story, I gotta admit. Let's see. I got another picture. Okay, here we go. Here's another picture. Carrie, can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that Umbreon looks very angry.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the little guy though. The little guy looks a bit too happy.
He's like happy.
Well, we are going to beat you up.
Skiploom was just happy to be there.
He's like, yeah, we are going to rip your arms off your body and use it to beat you up. You stinky doodle.
That's enough. Dr. Medicine joined Umbreon and looked upon Rill with disgust. Leave this place of healing, blah, blah, blah. Hey, don't you realize the power I have? Umbreon, quick attack! As it performed the commanded attack, everyone learned that Umbreon was the... Wait, what? Everyone learned that Umbreon was the Dark Flash? Oh, from earlier. Got it. In the blink of an eye, it swatted the psychic energy from Rill and made it explode. The psychic attacks... Your psychic attacks won't do a thing to Umbreon. Then maybe this Pokemon can. Machamp, exterminate Umbreon! Umbreon, quick attack! Machamp punch, but each time Umbreon would dodge. Umbreon is our only chance. Polly, have your Pokemon help it, Dr. Madison pleaded. Are you a Pokemon trainer? I used to be one. I'm a friend of your father. My name is Beth Madison. So, Beth is actually the girl that was helping out Dan in the movie. Yeah. She was a friend of his from his hometown, and she went off to become a doctor. And lo and behold,
She what?
She's at the end of Beth's story. She says she's going to go become a doctor, and she actually became a doctor. So yeah, nice little callback to that story.
That was. Why does it feel like a long time ago? Jesus.
It was a long time ago. In their time, it's been like a good fucking, I don't know, like 20 years or something. It's been a while. Well, not 20 years, but it's been a long time. My name is Beth Madison. Hearing that name brought Polly back memories from stories her mother told her when they were younger. She never actually believed that some of them could be true, and especially the story about the Dragon Sun power. It was about an evil entity named Shaden.
Yeah, you never expect your first power is actually real.
it was about an evil entity named Shaden, and there was a girl in it whose name was Beth Madison. Umbreon had gotten slower, and now Machamp was about to hit it. Please, Polly, Umbreon needs help. Skiploom, Leech Seed, at Machamp. Wait, should I continue reading, or should
I can do it. I can do it. But lowering his head, Skiploom shot out a single seed, landed on Machamp's back, sprouting several vines, which wrapped around Machamp and drained away all of his strength. Thinking the fight was won, Umbreon took a break to rest to regain his strength. But it was truly continuing, and Rio teleported above it and grabbed it in his arms. I can also double my physical strength with my mind, but you didn't know that, did you? Rio began crushing Umbreon and did not stop until it passed out. I really need your brother. I really need your brother, Polly, which means you and your Pokemon are expendable. Just as he had done before, until Umbreon stopped him, Rio formed another ball of light. This time it was bigger and made to annihilate all. Polly covered her eyes and braced for her fate, but something caught the Rio's interest, and he retained from attacking. The Dratini and Susan were blocking his target. I'm not so foolish to destroy something I can use. Therefore, give me that Dratini and I will spare your lives. Dratini growled at him and looked sharp and burning with rage. Rio grinned at it and laughed, and then his eyes widened. He felt an eerie but incredible power coming from the dragon Pokemon. How can this be? This baby Pokemon? I feel his surging power. Then Dratini opened his mouth, and 3 sparks turned into 3 blazing balls of red light. Had to run! Now! Rio began running away, and the Rockets followed him. Rio was still weak, but it was now conscious and ran after Rio, headbutting him. You got a typo there.
Headbutting him to the ground.
To the ground. To the ground. You fool! You get us both killed. Umbreon was like, I will take you down with me.
I will go down with you.
To keep him from teleporting, Umbreon struck his head. An incredible blast coming from the baby dragon stretched a mile long, being hit not only Rio but every rockets. They were all blown into the sky and like pieces of debris.
Okay. Hold on. We got a picture. Let's see. Where did that picture go? Okay, here it is. Here's the picture. Right here. Do you see it?
We don't see the mouth that this little guy has, but that's okay.
Wait, okay. He's going. What? Hold on. The picture went in the wrong spot. I think I can fix it. Yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah,
here.
you need to make it smaller so that you can put it in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yep, your turn.
Okay. And I heard them, Polly started, exclaim, Susan added, as they flew. Beth came in, out of sight. Talon exclaimed, "We'll get you, Dragonsons! We will bring on your blight!" The rockets cried, "We're blasting off!" Dratini! Dratini choked and fell down like a stick, shivering on the ground. Umbreon.
Why did she choke? Like, seriously, I thought she was like, "Never come back, you both."
Dratini, Umbreon walked up limping. It had managed to escape the dreadful beam attack. These Pokemon need medical attention now! Exclaimed Beth. I can, Polly offered, being stopped by Susan. I'll take them to the Pokemon Center. You go to your brother. Thank you, Susan. Polly gave Susan Giraffe Rig and its Pokeball and all the other wounded Pokemon. Soon Polly received good news about her brother in the hospital. His fever is broken and he's healing quickly, the nurse informed. They were all greatly relieved now and patiently waited for more news. Susan was now in the Pokemon Center waiting for the Pokemon to be healed. Nurse Joy came through the emergency room door, looking depressed. Is there something wrong, Nurse Joy? That Dratini really strained itself. It will take a day or two before it can battle again. Did you force it too hard, or it's only just been born? You forced a baby! No, I'm not its trainer. Its true trainer is in the hospital on the other side of town.
Oh my! How are the other Pokemons doing? Well, Umbreon is the one with a serious injury. It's like won't respawn for a long time. Oh dear. Beth is not going to like it.
Yeah.
I would like to advise you to leave Dratini and Umbreon here for the day. The other Pokemon you brought can leave now. Alright, I will take them back then. Nurse Joy returned to the able Pokemon. The what? Able Pokemon?
I'll just change this to healed. There you go.
The healed Pokemon to Susan, and she left the Pokemon Center, returned to the hospital. On the path there was a small park which was loaded with wildflowers of all shapes and colors. Such a beautiful place, I have to look around. Thinking it would be only taking a few minutes, she decided to walk through the area. She tried to stay at the front, but different flowers were all around, drawing her to them. Now she's looking at a patch of purple flowers with green rings on them. Excuse me, a deep voice startling her. She turned around and a tall man was standing behind her. And he wore old torn clothes and had a black beard. You wouldn't happen to have any extra change on you. Susan's heart was pounding. From the look of the man's shape, she could see that he was going to do something bad. She replied, I'm afraid I don't have at the moment. She got up and tried to walk away from him, but she grabbed her arm and pulled her back. Let go! You must have something. He locked his arms around her to keep her from running. Help! Susan tried to let out more cries, but the man put her hand around her mouth, and then he pulled out a knife. Now give me your money! Pardon me! Eric came into the scene and took note of the situation. This is none of your business, kid. Now get out of here! Oh, now, but it is my business. It seems like a job to harass trainers, not yours. Now let her go before I do something I may regret. Like what? Like this. Do it! Eric's magnet Pokemon was out already, and the man's knife flew out of his hand and onto the magnets. Oh, the man exclaimed, pulling brass knuckles in, which was also taken from him. Now he was getting desperate. Keep that thing away from me, or I will hurt her. Oh, I don't think so. You might want to look behind you. You think I will fall for... The evil man felt a pushing on his back, on the back of his leg, and he turned. Leering at him was Eric's Houndoom, who now looked more vicious than ever before. Without any other choice, the man took his hands off Susan and released her. I didn't mean anything. It was a joke. Can we just get along? Susan looked at him and became enraged. Joke, huh? Well, watch mine! She stormed over to him and slammed her fist right into his stomach, forcing the air out of him.
Damn, whoa. Susan! Holy shit! That little girl is tough. Freaking
yes, yes, Jen.
Susan doing like weight training over here, doing boxing training over here. Falling onto his knees, he retreated by crawling like a baby. Eric looked at Susan, amazed at what she had done. Are you all right? He asked. Yeah, I'm fine, but why did you help me? I'm not quite sure. They both stared at each other, neither of them knowing what to say next. The situation was making Eric feel strange, and he knew he had to get away from it. I have to go now! Eric felt a sharp, unbearable pain in his arm, and he held his other arm up to it. Whatever. That's when Susan could clearly see that it was bleeding heavily. You're hurt. No, I'm fine, Eric replied, struggling to talk. Then he let out another loud shout from the pain. Let me see your arm. Although it was the last thing she wanted, Eric had little choice but to let Susan examine it. This is serious. I think you have a fracture. Yeah, landing on a rock after being blown hundreds of feet in the air can hurt. It's like this is like I guess making fun of how Team Rocket are always blasting away and how they in real life.
No, I think that they actually how many times they have injured themselves like that. It's like, oh my god, half of our expense has gone to the hospital again.
Like every time they just go to the hospital. Yeah, landing on a rock after being blown hundreds of feet in the air can hurt. You have to come back to the hospital with me. No way. I won't let Dan and his friends see me in this shape. You have to. If you don't come with me, you could bleed to death. Houndoom and Magneton got behind Susan, showing their trainer that they agreed with her. Not you guys too. Wait a sec. Did you say bleed to death? Yes, I did. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Word processor is processing. Anyway, Polly was beginning to worry something had happened to Susan. She was walking back and forth in the waiting room. She's just running a little late, Talon assured. I don't know about that. Thankfully, Polly's worries about Susan were taken away when she saw her walk through the hospital door. Then she was given new worries when she saw who Susan was with. Susan, why did you bring Eric here? He's very injured, Polly, and he needs medical attention. After Polly looked closer at Eric's arm, she couldn't argue with Susan. Well, I guess so, but if this were my hospital, I'd kick him out. That wouldn't make you much of a doctor, Beth sighed. I like Beth's response there. She took one look at Eric and knew time was running out. Please, come with me. Beth unfolded a wheelchair and put Eric in it. I mean, I think he can, whatever. Then pushed him into the emergency area. After she and Eric left a note, how many Team Rocket members died that day, do you think? Eric's the only one that goes to the hospital. Lift a nurse came in and approached Polly. Your brother is in top condition. Would you like to speak to him? Yes, if that's all right. Follow me. The nurse led her down many winding walls until they came to Danny's room. Danny was in bed and was flipping the channels on the TV attached to the wall. He didn't notice Polly at first, but after she coughed, he saw her. Polly, I'll be out of here tomorrow, and would you believe it? This TV has over 100 channels. In fact, I wish I was still sick. Polly went over to him and gave him a hug. So, what's been going on? Polly stayed with Danny until the nurse came for her. There was only one empty bed next to Danny's that would be soon filled. Okay, hold on. This is a pretty good spot to put in this next picture.
It's the humor.
Here we go. Boop. Be filled. Okay, yeah, so here you go. That's the last picture.
You need some work on that bed, though.
The bed is not very well drawn at all. I will agree with you there. That's a very boxy bed.
Yes, it is.
An operation had been done on Eric's arm that mended his bone and saved his life. Now a nurse was taking him to his room. Okay, I'm assuming some time has passed then, because that would take a bit. Nurse was taking him to his room, and he opened the door. Eric saw who was in there and placed his arms between his arm is broken! I'm going to say his arm. He's only using one arm. And placed his hand against the doorway. There we go. He's got a healing arm. He can't be using both arms. No, please not this room. Anywhere, Bales, please. But the nurse didn't pay attention.
How many pages do you want to do? Because we are we are doing pretty good.
But the nurse didn't pay attention and pushed him into bed. Both trainers looked over and and then looked away, for they had nothing left to say.
Awkward.
Okay, Hold on. I guess that's where we'll end it for today, because my brother wants to hang out.
Oh, that's okay. I hope you have fun.
Yeah. Whew. We'll be finishing this part of the story, next time.
That is cool.
Danny will get his final badge.
But until next time, we will be also doing cassette beats and stuff. We hope that you like it.
Yeah, we'll be doing Cassette Beast, and we'll read more of this next week. So yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
Boop.
How do these plants got into my means plants anyways? It doesn't make any sense.